saw the world from the other side, but it's alright.
Sometimes when I see something around in the dark, I see a girl.
Oh, yeah?
Small girl, green hair, and type of dress, I don't know, unicorn dress.
Unicorn dress. Okay.
And like running a program about beauty and things, and I realized it was not, I was looking into a door.
Okay.
I was looking into our bedroom door. Bedroom door, and I saw a tiny hole, and I got up to go look closely, and it was a hole where it take you to the long desert where all the dense attachment lives.
So a long desert or a long
Desert.
Desert like sand?
Sand.
like, yeah, like a desert. Yeah, okay.
Hole.
Oh, they're all upset because yes, it will no longer exist because you've been out and look at that.
They're so starving. They're trying to connect far places to close to others.
Oh.
Yeah.
Feed.
I don't know if you hear what they're saying to Miss Ada. They say, we're hungry. They're starving. So I know that you've been doing your containment. You're just going to keep doing it, keep bumping it up.
She's celebrating.
I'm going to give you more energy right now for your containment.
They said, why won't you let us have them?
Why would I let you have them? You arrogant so-and-so. Why would I let you have anything? You shouldn't be. You get it? Understand? Feel me?
Oh.
I'm getting rid of the garbage, and you're the garbage. You get it? I won't allow you to have anything. You get it? Selfish, arrogant bastards, I swear.
Whoa! I forgot to tell you, Chief. When I was talking to her friend, the witch drank her energy from her bottom.
Drink her energy from her bottom. Okay. Now this is what she's telling you? That this is how the witch is drinking?
I saw it.
Oh, you saw it? Okay. Which
Yeah.
is quite free, isn't she?
Laundry. And then said we could feel, and I was purging a lot and containing because I was where it is downstairs in his room. And then Marley just said there's a witch following around drinking from her bottom.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, Chief.
Okay. Let's see if that. Whoops, I haven't got her yet. Thank you. You're begging me because you know you can't beat me.
In a little coven.
Yeah. Weak ass little coven. Whatever it expects of energy you have. That's why they're trying to recharge themselves, following people around, and never get enough. So.
No.
Yeah. You've seen lots of spiders around as well, haven't you?
Spiders around.
Spiders.
A lot of spiders. That seems to be a theme.
Poison.
Poisonous spiders?
Yeah, where they can sting and then people can turn into black ooze.
Is that what you said?
So this, now, who told you that this was going to happen? Whoever it is asking.
Yeah, they keep trying to get Molly to believe them.
Yes.
But she has been stubborn.
Yep, you're clever enough not to believe anything they tell you.
Yes, don't believe anything they tell you. Remember, one told you.
The girl with the green hair and the crown, and then with the unicorn dress.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, she's the one who told you that?
No.
Do you think that that's something trying to get Marley to run, the programs that they push on little girls? Because once you told us about unicorns, we removed everything from the house about that. And she did talk a while back about high heels again. And there's, everyone's always trying to be, oh, you want to be a princess. Oh, you want to be this. And that entity, that attachment, trying to get Marley to fall into the same thing that they push young females into.
Yeah, they are trying to run a program, so that be wary of that when the unit. She's got a notorious thing in her that will try to push that. Also, just really, they're coming in, and this is what's happened. Like I said, with some others, actually, individuals coming physically showing up.
Wow.
I'm going to,
Peace.
how the hell can they intervene when they can't take care of their own lives?
Yeah.
Their lives are crap, but they're going to tell you how to live your life. That tells you that they're controlled by the system and by the density. It's totally insane. Yes. So, yes, Marley, don't believe anything that they have to say. They tried to do that to my daughter unit when she was little, but she was so intensely who she was, they would give her Barbie dolls. And after, the first the hair gets cut off.
Same as Marley. Cut.
Yes. And then the head gets decapitated.
Oh.
But I cut all the hair off.
You cut the hair off and some legs, yeah?
Yeah. She would just disfigure them.
Yeah.
And they tried to do it for several years.
Oh, really?
And the same thing would happen, and I just laugh when I come in there. I said, I really like you, kid. No programs for this child. So, yeah, Marley, you are who you are, and you're not a little princess. You are Marley.
Yes.
You have more power than a princess.
I have my princess dresses, but I still wear, but I don't want to program or anything.
No,
I just wear them.
Yeah, someone you got 2 princess dresses, didn't you? But I put them right at the top of the cupboard. They don't come down.
That's cleaning rags.
Yes, yeah. They don't come down. So.
Yeah,
But
cleaning rags. You don't need any princesses. Princesses are useless.
Princesses and princesses. Sometimes they program me to have a boy, but I just say no, thank you, and they just push me and push me and push me and push me and push me in. And then when I'm done with it, they push a boy in. They push a boy in to want me to.
Just to, I guess, put a little bit of context to it, is that when they're showing that, they're showing something, they're doing that in a harmful way when they're doing that.
Okay.
The stuff that adults should be doing, and not children, of course.
Yes.
But they're showing this, when certain individuals are involved in it, it has a very negative thing to it. It's what they're trying to do is more than just making babies. This has to do with just making things really nasty and I should say I'm trying not to use evil, but they're literally just spreading this really very bad energy around when they're doing it. And they try to mess with your mind and try to, so you were saying that the little girl was pushing a boy in when you didn't want to accept the princess thing. Then they said, what don't you want a prince? I think that really is an influence, again, with the units, primarily unit.
Yeah.
Unit. He's just kind of like riding along with the deal,
Yeah.
It's like anything to keep you from running your mouth about this, I'll join in, all right? Just stop. You want me to set her up? Okay, I'll set her up. And then you can see what you can do, but she will ultimately fail. Bam, that went down really,
And
really
he'll
good.
laugh.
Huh?
And he'll laugh.
And he'll laugh. You know, just another thing, goofy thing, that he's had to deal with all these years.
Yeah.
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 Yes. Okay, Ms. A, you want to ask a question in a second?
I think
Tea.
1 minute. Let Miss A speak. Miss A speak.
Oh, thank you. Okay, I think the what looks like a little girl is actually a full-grown witch pretending to be a little girl with green hair.
Yep, Ms. A saying that the little girl is actually pretending to be see, there you go. There's our conversation. The witch pretending to be a girl. She's shape-shifting.
That's their connection to the desert.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Okay. But she's not a little girl. She's a witch.
But all that effort for nothing. You all are going the same place.
But her pushed me.
And the boy, yeah?
No, her pushed me into the hole.
She pushed you into a hole.
The hole.
So the girl pushed you into the hole.
Her pushed me into the hole in a door where it had the desert and all the dense attachment. Her pushed me in it, and then when her pushed me and my 2 foot stepped in the sand, and I was keep sliding down into the sand
Like quicksand, like the sand. Yeah.
like sucking you.
Yeah, quicksand.
And then I was like trying to get out, and when I just shout, "What? Dad, you did something to me!" Her turned around to me with a witch face.
Oh, okay. So then you. Oh, okay, okay.
So I was like, okay. I didn't realize her was a witch. I thought it was a little girl pretending. I thought it was a consciousness little girl, but now I know it was a witch.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that they're actually, Miss Hayes in bathroom and they're like grabbing my shirt and so on and so forth.
The little girl had a sword too.
The weakness, I don't know what. So how did you get out of it? Because obviously you're sitting there, which means you're not in the desert and you're not in the hole. So what did you do to escape it?
It was in a dream.
Yeah, but what did you do to get out of it?
I contained.
You contained.
I contained and I fight it. But when I saw her turn around, her have a brush, her have a witch tooth, her have a wand, and her have a hat, and then her have really long claws and really long teeth.
And so you contained it. Do anything else?
I fight her and
with
my light sword, and when I fighted her, I just slipped down all my body, and my head was gone. And then I was looking around, and when I looked around, I saw all the people who all died.
Who had all died, you saying?
In the hole.
Look, she said.
They have a lot of people died down when I sloped down. It's all day bones, all day, everything. And then I was like, okay, how do I find a way out? And then I contained and fight, and I got out of my dream. And so I just contained more and contained, and I fall asleep.
Okay, good.
I wake up in the morning.
But you're using your light sword. That's good too. The skeletons, it was all an illusion. They're trying to scare you with something that wasn't real.
So they tried to scare you with something that wasn't real. So the skeletons in the body.
Yeah, I just checked, and it was literally not real. If I don't sense it as something immediately, then I will muscle test with Ms. A just to verify what I already know, is that they're literally trying to, in other words, mess with your mind and how you think.
And I use my door too. I use my door where you give me to.
On the stomach.
Okay. Yes. Yes. So when I'm going to give you something extra, both of you, than using this with when I'm doing house clearings these days, has to do with seems like a window because it's usually square or rectangular, but I'll make it square. And what you'll see is like this blue energy that's moving around in this square.
Okay.
So
I'm taking this and I'm placing it on your body. That. Right. And now I'm going to activate it, which means I started to spin. And I go. So now it's spinning. What happens when they come too close? They get sucked into it, and then they get sent to the vortex and no return. They don't get sucked into your body. They get sucked into it. I create a vortex for you. Wow, I can actually feel it on my chest right now. And so for you, I'll do one for Lucy. That's just whatever residual stuff that hasn't been pulled off yet. Now, everything, if they come near you, just realize that you have your own vortex that will send them straight to, I call processing, which in the end, they end up in the vortex and no return. Off to non-existing by sending them into the vortex and no return.
no food for them.
They can't eat us anymore. They're gone.
Yeah. So don't be surprised if they keep trying, or they'll stand off and they try to like talk to you or whatever, or again try to come into the dream realm. But it's great that you remember your containment even in dreams, because a lot of times people they just forget about doing in other words using their containment or using the tools I give them, like the light sword. You're doing good if you can remember to do that in your dreams. You're doing good. So that's how you were able to get out, as you told me. So that's good. Very, very good.
Well done, Pickle.
Okay,
she cut some witches' tongues off the other day with a light sword.
Long tongue.
They were trying to lick her. We were somewhere and they walked up and touched her and she was far away from me. And so I was watching and containing and blocking, and I knew Marley was too. And then afterwards I was like, there's something I can't quite see, but I know there's something going on. So afterwards I was like, what are they, Marley? And she went, witches, and they were trying to lick me, but I cut their tongues off with my light sword.
Very good.
Cuddling me, but I didn't really.
You blocked you, and then Daddy came along and removed you from them, and then she still tried to get you from T, and T was like no and walked away.
Very good. So as yourself as well, Lucy, as well as T, you have use of light swords.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you hadn't thought of it, now you have use of light swords, both T. And it's really a cool thing. One of my more recent clients, she likes all the tools I give her anyway. So depending on whatever the situation is, she'll use her sword. And boy, my voice is going a little bit. Sorry. I think I'll be fine. So she was pulled into a dream herself, where there was a person from her past that's very, very menacing, and came in the dream and was trying to menace her. And I given her another weapon to use, and it's actually has made her feel a lot safer and braver. So this person's coming, and he's someone that she was afraid of as a kid and even as a young adult. But she pulled out the weapon I gave her, and she.
Nice.
She said he would go backwards. He couldn't. He said no. I have this file on this person. She's a soft touch. I should be able to scare her. Said he approached again. She did the same thing. And finally, he had to go away.
Good.
But I don't let them escape. I always put them in containment. Then into the vortex, no return.
Yes. Because I'm very honest with Marley about the fact that I've got a lot of work to do for my fear programs. Even though I've seen improvement, I know that's something I still need to break. And so she's always, I'm not scared, and I'm like, no, that's brilliant and good, and don't like. We've been in this avatar and this right now. We've been programmed for much longer, and we're doing our absolute best to not program you. So I like, if I'm honest, saying this is a fear program I ran, don't take that on yourself. You know what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's literally what I had done with with my daughter as well. My daughter unit. When she was a kid, I think actually there's a little bit of it in the book having to do with her picking up bugs and things like that, where I didn't want to program her into a fear thing. So if it was something that could bite her, but it wouldn't bite her, I said, okay, that's nice. Why don't you put it back? So, oh my God, put it down, drop it,
Yeah.
I said, okay, that's interesting. Yep, got a good look at it. You can put it back now. And to this point, she's an intense seer as well, and so she does the work as well, and she's been places where some things are trying to come out of the ceiling, down the wall, with the long hair when she's in Japan, and they're coming down trying to like scare the essence out of her, and it's like. And it, just annihilates them. No fear. My tools work. So for some, it helps them with their fear issues when they feel and they use the tools and they see that it does work. But again, you guys are getting dogpiled because you're getting things, when the property that you're moving off of, which is a good thing. There are things that happen for a reason, and this is a positive. Because my goodness, you guys have been under siege in this place. It's like there's holes everywhere. It seems like plug up one, then there's something coming from somewhere else. And not to mention what was shared with us during the healing session, having to do with the stuff coming.
Yeah.
So there's this. I don't know if you have a reticence about how it's intensely you need to contain these individuals. Because it's like, it's a survival thing, really, to tell you the truth. Because they're inundated with the system, with the matrix. And they are going to always follow the directives of the matrix over your safety. They will just do the bidding of whatever controls them. So how you have to deal with them is very, very stern. However you contain, even if you see them showing up in dreams, don't shy away from using your sword and chopping their image. Because you're chopping more than them. You're chopping the things that manipulate and control them. Yeah. So again, people have a hard time with the family concept, because that's been introduced by the system in order to keep a door open so that they can have access to you. Yes,
the whole blood's thicker than water crap.
Yeah, it is crap, literally. So my observations are very, very different and very, very real. So I can't allow myself to allow someone who say I'm the sibling or I'm whatever, or this, but I love, that loaded word, because it's always used in ways that will try to undermine your strength, undermine where you're going, and undermine your confidence. You need to come back to us. We all have to sit in the same barrel. No, we don't. Because before I came into this realm, we were in separate places. I didn't know you from Adam. But all of a sudden now you're this person who's behaving in very odd ways, makes me feel very, very uncomfortable. You probably have since you were a kid. But the program is, blood is thicker than water. This is family, 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 family.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely had.
Like, look, if you're cool, you can call family as long as you're not being a pain to me. But if you're a pain to me, you're just a pain. I don't care what title you put on it. You're a pain. And I have to deal with taking care of myself. Because guess what? They're going to do whatever they need to do to survive themselves. And that includes throwing you under the bus.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
That was the hour mark.
Oh wow.
Oh God.
So.
Chief, someone is saying, if they said, if it's okay with you, Chief, if Marley cuts the illusion with your light sword, the illusion, she'll be able to tell if it's fake or not.
Yeah, actually, someone came through and had a suggestion, probably Rainbow.
Rainbow's been around. They've been talking a lot more. Marley can see her, and Rainbow's even gone with her a couple of times and left the premises with us to certain places.
Because
She knew it was dense to help Marley.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Rainbow was saying that you can use your sword to, if it's something that that they're showing you, cut it with your sword to see if it's real. So when you cut the image, and it's not real, it'll disappear. It'll just disappear.
Okay.
And you'll see what's behind it, and then you can cut them.
Okay. Yeah.
When I first started using my sword over 15 years ago. Yes.
She said thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So when I first started using my sword, years ago, because I had enough of the sleep paralysis and things, coming in, jumping on my back, jumping up and down on my bed, and you can't move. And when I learned how to just, as soon as I felt the paralysis come in, I would leap out of my body. And I would pull my sword from wherever, which is usually from my back, and they would start to run. Well, actually, after I hit the first one, because it usually showed up in groups, they would start to run, and I would chase them down. So wherever they run, they can't get away from you. As soon as you see them, they're on your map. It's like radar. You can find them wherever they are, and you just take your sword to them. Every time you hit them with your sword, they go to processing to the vortex noise.
Yeah.
Okay? But anyway, we've gone quite a bit. We're probably going to use some of this for your first paranormal reports. Really good stuff. We're going to edit out certain things so that it's more smooth.
Okay, I'll send through pictures that I have at the moment, one of our cats. I'll send that through. Yeah.
Okay, terrific. Really good. I'm glad you guys are on board. This is going to be quite a fun ride.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chief.
Really,
Miss
thank
Ann.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
Okay, welcome, and we'll be talking to you real soon. Okay?
Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
All right, take care.
Come here, waste your time for sustenance you will not find. On the colors, the night breaking.